Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. And for my continued followers, I want to say thank you. And man, you talk about this one hits close to home, very close to home, because I don't know if any of you all are familiar, but the son of the former YouTube CEO was found dead at his UC Berkeley campus apartment. This is the son of the former YouTube CEO. So for all of us that are doing YouTube videos, we have to give some credit to the former CEO, Miss Susan Wojcicki, something like that. Wojcicki, and her son Marco Troper, who is the son of the YouTube's former CEO, was found dead in his dorm at the University of California, Berkeley. Local officials and the student's family are reporting. This is terrible. With all YouTube being the behemoth that it is, it almost feels like he is a family member with this platform outside of Google. Microsoft, Facebook, YouTube is right up there as a behemoth and has changed the entire landscape for computer technology and information. So Esther Wojcicki, an American journalist, confirmed her grandson's death in a Facebook post after he was reportedly found unresponsive on campus last week. The school in the city of Berkeley is in Alameda County in San Francisco's Bay Area. Tragedy hit my family yesterday, ex-CEO Wojcicki said. And Esther Wojcicki, the grandmother, they wrote in her social media post, "My beloved grandson, Marco Troper, age 19, passed away yesterday. Our family is devastated beyond comprehension." The Alameda County Coroner's Office confirmed Troper died February 13th and said it was handling his autopsy. A spokesman for the office told USA Today Trevor's cause and manner of death was pending Monday. Troper, who his grandmother said was in his second semester at Berkeley majoring in math, the son of Susan Wojcicki, who worked for YouTube from 2014 until 2023. The American founded online video sharing and social media platform is owned by Google, YouTube. Death reported at Clark Care Residence Hall. The University of California Police Department reported a death took place at Berkeley's Clark Kerr Residence Hall campus Tuesday, and its officers responded to the housing complex at 4:23 p.m. UC Berkeley spokesman Janet Gilmore previously told USA Today the person who died lived in the student housing complex. Gilmore said the Berkeley Fire Department responded to the complex and attempted life-saving measures on the student, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. Foul play is not suspected, Gilmore said, and the student's death remained under investigation by police on Monday. A life cut too short. Troper's grandmother, who wrote his life was cut too short, remembered him as a kind, loving, smart, fun, and beautiful human being. Her grandson was thriving academically, she said, and had a strong community of friends on campus, including his fraternity, Zeta Psi. At home, he would tell us endless stories of his life and friends at Berkeley, Troper's grandmother wrote. Marco's life was cut too short, and we are all devastated, thinking about all the opportunities and life experiences that he will miss and we will miss together. Marco, we all love you and miss you more than you will ever know. And funeral arrangements have not been immediately available as of Monday or Tuesday. Man, so this is it almost hits home with this being the son of the ex-CEO of YouTube. As I've said to you on all of my videos, and one of the reasons I even started a YouTube channel was I am very concerned about 5 or 6 pillars and signs and symptoms of a chronic and acute disease state that is taking place in America. That is mental illness, the opioid crisis, homelessness. Those are probably the top 3. If you look in the last 25 years, the number of homeless people that you are seeing in front of City Hall after City Hall in St. Louis, and all of our metropolitan cities and their downtown areas in Chicago, Kensington, Philadelphia, the whole entire state of California, San Francisco, Oakland, LA, this homelessness crisis in Vegas is in an epidemic proportion. The opioid crisis is in an epidemic and pandemic proportion. Whether it's coming in from Mexico or China or wherever they say that it's coming in, this situation with this opioid and this fentanyl crisis is decimating people like no other. Whether it was Prince that died from it, even you can't even compare it to the crack era of the 1980s. People were not dropping dead by just one personal use of that particular drug. This is killing people every second of every minute of every hour of every day. And it does not, the opioid crisis, just like gun violence, mental health issues, has no zip code, has no county or suburb, has no barrier, has no color, black or white, no gender, no race, no creed. It can affect and decimate any and everybody. And here's a clear example of an individual who comes from well financial means and intellectually very smart family. And he was a smart kid that majored in math at the University of California, Berkeley, which is one of your finer institutions throughout the country. But what you find in many of these think tanks in these universities, they're surrounded by urban city chaos and destruction. And here, UC Berkeley being very close to San Francisco and Oakland, California, if there is any idea or chance of somebody having a need or an addiction or even tempted to try something, is right there at their doorstep. So it's being speculated that he ingested something and had a drug overdose. And that has not been confirmed through toxicology reports just yet. But my heart goes out to his family, the former CEO of YouTube. I appreciate the platform to give us an opportunity to talk about these issues. Mental illness is a real issue, is one of the top pillars that I'd say that is weakening our moral and ethical system each and every day. The opioid crisis, homelessness, joblessness, gun violence, all of those things do not see a zip code. They don't see race. They don't see gender. It can decimate and attack anyone at any time, anywhere, at any given moment. And it is the opioid crisis is an opportunistic drug where if you are in its way and in its gaffle, it can and will destroy you. So we've seen people like Prince, and we've seen several individuals that have succumbed to this fentanyl crisis. And if this is what this is, which they're not completely sure of, but that's what it sounds like, the average 19-year-old or 20-year-old does not necessarily drop dead or doesn't wake up from his sleep that's in college, unless there's been some serious health concerns, and we're not hearing that from his family. So this is very unfortunate that the former CEO of YouTube, her son, was found deceased at UC Berkeley campus. Let's pray for the family. This has been the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth in the right purposeful, God-fearing way.